You're watching YouTube with attitude.
What's up, YouTube? Excuse me. I had footage from yesterday, and I think I have a memory card that is corrupt because for some reason it would not download off of my GoPro so I could edit it. But let me tell you what went on yesterday. Got up, made my delivery at the Walmart in New Caney, Texas. My appointment was at 6:18. I got there about 5:30. Got unloaded, got out of there within 2.5 hours. Got out of there within 2.5 hours. Everything was good. I drove 30-some miles to pretty much downtown Houston, Texas to pick up my next load at Clorox. I got there, shipping and receiving department was closed. And they had a sign on the door telling you to go to security. So I found security, gave my pickup number, and the lady couldn't find my load. So that started making me a little nervous, because usually when that happens, nothing good comes from it. And that holds true yet, because after she called shipping personnel, somebody finds out that they don't have a load going to East Point, Georgia. Mind you, this is 10 o'clock at night in Houston, Texas. So I call my dispatch, and if you're a driver, you know that night dispatch and weekend dispatch are pretty much useless. And again, that holds true, because night dispatch couldn't help me at all. All they said was that Clorox couldn't do anything with the load, whatever that means. But bottom line is, I lost the load, and that was a $1,600 load. And I already had myself pre-planned to pick up a load out of Atlanta, Georgia, going to Chicago, and then from Chicago going down to Columbus, Ohio. So by me losing the load to take me to East Point, Georgia, I had to cancel my next two pre-plans, which cost me about $2,800 in revenue for the week. So 10 o'clock last night, I was scrambling to try to find a load, period. Dispatch told me to try to find a load to get me over to Atlanta, but there wasn't any loads going to Atlanta. So I had to make a decision. I could either try to find a place to park till the next day and lose a half a day of work, actually more than a half a day, about 3/4 of a day, but trying to find a place to park that late at night in Houston, Texas was probably going to be impossible. So I found a load that picked up 35 miles away in Baytown, Texas, going to Bentonville, Arkansas. And it only pays $600, but something's better than nothing, because, like I said, my week's pretty much trashed. But I said all that to say this. Somebody dropped the ball somewhere. Either somebody at Clorox had to make a decision to cancel the load for whatever reason, or somebody at my company didn't think it'd be that important to tell the driver that was going to pick up said load. So I drove all the way to the shipper just to find out that I couldn't get the load. And whoever screwed up and dropped the ball on this whole deal by not thinking it would be a good idea to tell the driver that was going to pick up that load was canceled. But nothing's done to him. I found out years ago that in the trucking industry, that everything falls on the driver. The driver is held accountable for everything. And I mean everything. But when a driver does everything he's supposed to do, and something messes up, nobody else is held accountable. I know that in other jobs, like your 9-to-5 jobs where you clock in, clock out, if you screw up, there's consequences. You know, you're going to get wrote up, you're going to get fired, you're going to get a butt ripping, whatever. But in trucking, nobody is held responsible for mistakes except for the driver. And, you know, I understand things happen. Maybe the Clorox place didn't have the product to fill the order or whatever. But somebody at Clorox had to make the decision to cancel the load. Now, I don't know if the person that made that decision is the person that didn't tell my company that the load was canceled and to let me know, or if they notified my company and somebody at my company didn't notify me that the load was canceled. But bottom line is, I burnt my fuel to go pick up that load that wasn't even there. And I'm not bitching and complaining about it. You know, honestly, I was aggravated last night about the whole deal, because this isn't the first time it's happened. This happens, you know, every couple months. Thank God it's only a couple months. If it happened like every week, I'd probably be finding another company to drive for. When I was a company driver, I've had problems with pickup numbers, bad addresses, and I'm the one that was forced to sit until somebody figured out, you know, a solution to the problem. The person that dropped the ball on not letting me know that the load was canceled, more than likely, they're not going to have anything said to them. You know, they might be notified that, you know, hey, you didn't let the driver know that that load was canceled until he got there. But I bet you they're not getting wrote up. And I bet you they're not getting fined. And I bet you that if they were fined $100 or $200, that there'd be a lot less mistakes. It seems like everybody in all these jobs, whether it's trucking, whatever, All these companies are harping on communication. Communicate so there won't be no hiccups, no unexpected surprises. But it seems like nobody is communicating with the people that are directly involved with the situation. And that is the problem. You know, how hard is it for somebody to send an email or pick up the phone and call somebody and tell them, hey, this load's canceled, go ahead and find another load. Anyways, I'm done talking about it. It's over, it's done with. Yeah, I'm aggravated because it cost me $2,800 in revenue. But it is what it is, you know. What can you do about it? You know, 'cause these companies know that this stuff happens. It happens too often, if you ask me. It happens. So anyways, I picked up the load out of Baytown, Arkansas, or Baytown, Texas, I mean. Going to Bentonville, Texas. Then from Bentonville, Texas, I'm picking up a load 7 miles away. Going to University Park, Illinois, which is just south of Chicago, and that's going to be my week. You know, I did the best I could to make up for the lost revenue, but you know, it's not going to be $2,800, so this week I'm going to be in the hole again, more than likely. And considering I just came off home time, it's going to make the next couple weeks with $0 paychecks. But I'm going to try to get back into making videos. Hopefully I can figure out what's going on with my memory cards. Maybe if I format them, that'll clean them up so they'll download so I can edit them. If not, I'll probably just be jumping on here telling you what's going on. Anyways, that's my little rant. And I'll get back on here with you guys later on. Peace.